Hello, and welcome to another episode of Empyrion Galactic Survival. So today is another weekly roundup. Hello, and thank you to the subscribers. And as always, if you could give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't, that would be great. So, obviously, been a busy week. We'll start with the new Vanguard. It's a new CV I've been working on. This is just the hull at the moment with the thrusters placed. I've still got obviously all the detailing and interior to do. So this is inspired by the ship from Rebel Galaxy of the same name. It's not obviously an exact copy, but we'll say it was inspired by it. Obviously I've still got all the interior to do. Those bits were in there just so I could see how well it flies. So next we have the Titan class Reverend. This is Hecken's build. Obviously if you saw last week's video, he challenged me to see if I could actually reduce the class size quite substantially. So I'm still doing bits and bobs on this. So originally, I think this was a 43 class size. Yeah, 43 class size. And so far, I've managed to get it down to 32. So how I did that, obviously, was first of all, I got rid of all the truss blocks. There were truss blocks here, here. There was some there. There was groups there, all pre-marked out for retractable turret placements. So I swapped them with normal blocks and then just put the markers in. There's obviously more elsewhere, but essentially the main thing was I removed all the truss blocks, filled in the air gaps, reduced down the lighting, and here so far this was all the heavy windows, so I swapped all those out with the blocks, painted to match. The rest of the blocks up here. And get to the back. Also swapped out this rear pad here. This was all, there was two sections of heavy glass here. I've removed those. And if we come inside, so these storage containers here, there was a gap, a 2-block gap with like some pipe work and some other bits in between and some trusses and stuff. So I swapped all that out to basically fill those in on both sides. That's as far as I've got on that at the moment, but you think I've gone from 43 to 32, so I've shaved 11 class sizes off that so far. Ideally, he'd like to get it down to the early to mid 20s, so still a long way to go on that without losing detail per se. Alright, next we've got the returning to the Ravagers. So we got the Warhound Dreadnought Flagship. If you've read the history and the lore on the faction, you'll know this is the Chieftain's the War Chieftain's Flagship. I won't give any spoilers away if you haven't read the history and the lore. I went back to look at this, and I noticed symmetry is great when it works, but it was missing some textures. So I went over and filled in the missing textures just to update that. And then, because this is supposed to be a one-off ship, I thought it would be better for the faction to have a generic Dreadnought, like a lot of the other factions do. So I started work on swapping some stuff around. So we've now got the generic Berserker. So far I've removed the fixed weapons from the front. I've changed the eye colour, but that's not really important. And then reconfigured some of the well, I pulled the whole wolf head in one complete block, and then I was reworking the underneath just to streamline that. Would like to make some other changes to it. So still working on that one as well. You can see obviously that down there has got the, I say the gold eyes, like the other wolfhead ships in their fleet. Obviously this one's got the red eyes instead. Also, if you missed it last night, Excalibur did his March submissions challenge, which was the Talon vessels. I submitted the Talon Trilobite Explorer, which is also on the workshop if you want to check that out. But obviously that was featured in the video, so that's worth a look if you missed that. And obviously there were a lot of great builds in there by a lot of the builders in the community. So that's everything for this week. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.